trying to figure out, like, got all this stuff ready to go, man. Like, it all works. I just need Marmalade B2 on mainnet. So just do it. Like, let's move. I don't know. I don't get it. So it's fine, I guess. It's fine. I just I'd like it to go a little fast. But there's two other blockchains that have reached out to me asking if I could adapt my tools for their blockchain, and I was like, I could. I'm like, I'm waiting to use them on the primary blockchain, but like, I don't know. I always planned on doing multi-chain. I think I told you that before. So if I gotta wait, just keep building stuff.
Yeah. This is lounge music. Not bad.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kadena, the speed at which Kadena has moved has never really impressed me. Not speaking. I don't want to speak poorly of them, but just their outputs. And work should lead to outputs.
I think there's probably a happy medium somewhere in there that they got to find their footing, and I think there's some things they do very well, and there's some things that can use some improvement. And I've never been shy about providing people feedback, so hopefully I've seen improvement, which is good for me. In anything I've needed, they've been responsive of, so it's I feel like things are getting better, but it's still not perfect. And let's just keep plugging away. And as long as they trend in the right direction, I'm happy, right? I can't complain. They've been very attentive, and so, but I get it. I get. Not everybody has had that experience, but it's mine, and I'll admit it's not perfect, but I'm generally happy. I just I don't like delays. I can tell you, no delays will ever make me happy. So, but. Anyways.
Yeah, it kind of stinks when your project is reliant on someone else's, like the group projects at school.
Mm-hmm.
Then you end up doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt when I was trying to build things.
Yep.
So, yeah. Again, kudos to anyone and everyone who is working on Kadena, especially the people who are trying to solve the multi-chain problem.
Yep.
Settling transactions from multiple chains onto one chain. Like if you have an NFT on chain 1, 3, and 7, you can actually interact with all of those as if it's chainless.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like that's going to be a tough nut to crack, man.
I don't know. It's I still think having a shared chain ledger on like an L2 is probably going to be the easier approach.
Yeah.
Everything just goes there, have it connect up and route. Just like routing, internet routing.
Yeah. Yep, that would work.
Yep. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's perfectly okay as long as it achieves the goal, right? Because then you can put 1,000 chains behind that, right? And scale it. And then I know things don't always scale linearly, but it's I think the case is there to be made. So
yeah, I would say if you can make it super easy for people to spin up that second layer that sits on top of things, and pointed at the contracts that you care about, that would work insanely well, because then you don't really have to worry about this, is the layer too secure, right? It's right. You're running it yourself. If it isn't secure, just look at you. Are you secure? And if the answer to that is yes, then cool. And then maybe provide a way for the community to support if you decide you no longer want to support it, pay for those services. I feel like that's the best. Like from my point of view right now, that's the easiest way to go. Yep. The second way you could go is potentially specializing the chains, a little bit like Polkadot and Cosmos have done. I mean, Kadena is just primed, ready for that in particular, and it could get things could get really cool, really fast if you did something of that nature. It might take a bit for them to catch up to Cosmos and Polkadot because they've got WASM, like WebAssembly, which is pretty cool. honestly, like having WebAssembly being executed on chain is actually just touch and go.
Yep.
That's that idea.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Things are changing, so hopefully they keep up.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's jump in. What's our intention for today, man?
Make these errors stop going away so I can get you an endpoint that returns everything you need.
Well, I mean, we got it to query last week. I was
We
able
did,
to
we did, but it's still returning ID, and I can't get it to return the name value from ID, like 3 levels deep. So I'm just working through that right now. And I realized since we talked on Thursday, I really haven't been online for more than a few minutes at a time. So I was picking it up a little while ago, and I'm like, why? It should work. It's just not. So I think it's just a format issue, and I just got to work through maybe simplifying this a little bit and try to extract these values, but it shouldn't be that difficult.
All right, so you're going to create a resolver for the IDs, or maybe fix the resolver.
Yep.
For the IDs. I'm going to start working on building out local storage. I looked that up for a little bit to see how you do that on Flutter, and it looks pretty simple. So I'm just going to store files for each bookend, like a file. Each bookend locally, and then that way it's stable when you don't have internet. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm on a flight. Can I write and journal and things like that? You still can.
Yeah.
Once you're done.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, because I see people like without that it just becomes annoying, especially in low network access areas. It can actually be problematic for people. So.
Oh yeah, I mean I've built software for factories in China and Guatemala, and those guys do not have internet. And if they do have internet, it goes down often. It's so sporadic. So definitely, almost all the software I build now, if I want to make it function without needing the internet. If it's a business function, if it's like a multiplayer game, I don't expect you to play that at a factory in China. Just be patient, play it when you get home. But yeah, so that's my intention, is local storage. The bookends that you pull from the web, so that way I don't have to query the web every single time they want to do something. And also local storage of their responses, so that I can sync them when, like, over time. It doesn't have to happen the moment they actually give the response.
Makes sense. Yeah. I think we got our plan, and I'm gonna just start doing the thing. You can do your thing, and hopefully by the end of it we
have more things.
Nailed it. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Just one way to get it done, right?
Yeah. To keep doing things.
To keep doing things. All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and plug away, and if you have any questions.
I'm gonna stream of conscious. I have a meeting at 2, so I'm 49 minutes. So I'm gonna have to drop off.
Okay.
On the dot. Let's see. Bye.
Sounds good to me.
Music is kind of jazzy. I like it. Yeah.
Jazz hands. Hey, we did it. I'm done.
You've done already.
I'm done already. Yay! It was all because I was trying to reference a string instead of the object. Cool. A big blob of just gnarly text in here now. I gotta see if I gotta drill down a little further, but it's good. This is good.
Awesome. Well done.
Yeah.
I love it when it's a simple fix.
Because when it's not, it's not. Oh, simple is good. Let's get all.
All right. Well, I guess just let me know when you pushed it up. I can pull it down and test it.
All right.
Make
Let
sure
me.
we're communicating.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's gonna do when you pull into your code, but the data's there. I might have to go one layer deeper, but this is actually pretty cool to test against right now because it's our questionnaire and our questions are in here, which is what we wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have too many projects. Bookends. Where's Bookends? I also made it a completely new endpoint, so I'll because I was having such a horrible time with it, I'm gonna just Discord it to you.
Okay. Let's see. What information do I want?
I think I missed the connection for how we're gonna identify what user, what bookend goes to them, and all those. That's okay. Just gotta change. Look. Shares.
All right, so I've got this. Get all file names. We can read a file. We can read all files. We can write. We can delete. We can delete all. Exists.
Seems simple. Oh yeah, the local file service. That sounds familiar.
Does it?
I know. Could be the local part.
All right. So we direct the kit. So I updated or I added some what was it, custom instructions to the Changi BT.
Yep.
And it's actually pretty good. So that worked really well.
Good.
It was fun. It's like I just copied and pasted it from some dude on Twitter. And, I mean, that was pretty cool. I like the response, the structure of the response.
Isn't it easier to write the backend in Java? Why, yes, it is. I don't know. I think it is, but but that's because I can do it in my sleep. I'm still converting things in my head back to Python, but it's good because I need them both for different things. But to me, I've just got so accustomed to Java, or JavaScript. It's hard to, even though it's clunky. I found like NodeJS is like my best friend. Like I could be happy being in there all the time.
I don't know if I've never written a server or backend in Java, I'll be honest.
It's a lot better than front end work, I'll tell you that. Front end like React is just, it's fine. I don't mind it. I've been doing a lot in it, Um, my mind goes back to for some reason, like there's things in Python that just trip me up, and I think I told you this before. Some of it's just syntax, but I don't know. JavaScript just flows a little bit better in my mind. So I think everybody's got their own jam.
Yeah.
Multiple libraries. Yeah, Java is strong.
Got Vlatko Bam saying for backend stuff, Java is a strong language, multiple libraries, and it's much better than NodeJS or whatever. I honestly can't speak. I don't know. I have one friend who loves using Java for backend stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I tend to lean more towards Python because I know Python better. Not like Java was my first language, so I wrote games from scratch in Java. Built my own physics engine in Java, my own rendering engine in Java. Yeah.
Java is definitely he's not wrong. Java is definitely more enterprise performance, security.
Good to know.
It is, and
Brush up on my Java skills, I guess.
But I like NodeJS personally because if I want to do something, it's like 50 minutes and I'm done. But I do have my blockchain API is in Java, and so I guess maybe I do value it, but I like Node.js because like switching and throwing in Next.js and React, it all kind of just blends and blurs together for me. So it's really easy to just switch between them. But I think everybody there's trade-offs for everything, right? I'm not doing anything that requires that level of sophistication, so I kind of stick to the easy button. But I do agree. If I had a choice, it would always be Java or something like that over Python for this. But I've liked Fast API. I like it a little more than what I was doing with Flask, and so I don't know.
I have another friend who would probably swear by a Python. Everything Python. He does is Python.
I think Python's great until you like. I've always feel like there's different flavors for everything, and like I feel like Java does a good job of just massive amount of things hitting it at once, whereas Python can chew through stuff a little. Like I don't know if I'd call it faster, but I feel like it's more efficient for handling certain data types, and I've struggled because I need libraries to do what Python can just handle like right out of the box, and so I guess it's really just a flavor thing. But I think you'll probably get people who are Python developers who can do crazy stuff, and then you'll have Java developers who can do crazy stuff, and they'll both swear by it, and you'll probably get nowhere but a stalemate. And like it's like an i9 with 24 cores versus an i9 with 18 cores. Do you really need the other 6? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe somebody does. Most people do not. But yeah, I've had these discussions Windows many times. Yes. I've
Windows had all those cores.
Spring Boot Angular combo is much better than Next. I don't like Angular. I love that people use it, but I'm not a huge. I just didn't like the syntax. But yeah, I love Next.js. I think they can hear me. But yeah, I love that stuff, and I actually like Solidity too. I find Pact to be very functional and fairly not too complex. I struggle with complexities in Pact. I just do, and I don't know if it's gas or I try to do too much in one function. But I've enjoyed learning it. I have no complaints there. I feel like if you do a lot of Java development, Pact is actually not that bad.
Pact is interesting because it's intentionally Turing incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any infinite loops.
Mm-hmm.
When you do loop, you have to make things interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To make your Lambda function and pass the Lambda function into your map or whatever, your fold, etc. So
Yep.
the limitations require a different process of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pact, with its ability to do cross-chain interaction securely, is the coolest thing about the language that I'm aware of. Just because I can do cross-chain, I basically have a bridge, an automatic bridge built into any chain that supports Pact.
Yep.
Yeah, I worked on Cadena for a little bit. I haven't worked on Cadena stuff probably in 6 months or so now. It's been a while. What other technologies have I tried? Well, I mean, I've definitely, let's see, right now I'm working on Radix, and I actually stream once a week, just teaching myself how to write Rust. And Rust is super interesting. I have to think a little different when I program in Rust. And then Scripto is their smart contract language. And honestly, I've loved it. The whole concept is basically object-oriented programming on chain. So when you submit a smart contract, you submit it as what they call a blueprint, which is basically just a class. And then you instantiate that blueprint over and over again. So you can reuse that blueprint for multiple purposes. And I love that. The code reuse skyrockets. Whereas on Cadena and EVM, everyone's publishing basically the same code.
Yep.
For create one new coin, right? But on Radix, I just tell the layer one, hey, make me a new coin. It's a little bit like Algorand and Cardano in that way. And so the layer one is cognizant of new coins, and you can treat any coin really, as if it were the native currency. And I think chains that function in that way are going to kind of start taking off because of their simplicity. I don't need to publish an entirely new smart contract to make a crypto. I just say, hey, make me a crypto. But I think Radix takes it a step further with those object-oriented smart contracts, where now not only can I just tell the base layer to make me a new coin, I can create a structure on top of that immediately. If, let's say I combine 3 different objects, I compose 3 different objects that handle different things like a sale, royalties, etc. for my just created coin, I can do that instantly, and I don't have to submit any new code. I just have to reference those classes. It's really nice. I've never heard of Con. I don't know how to say it. Con platform. I've never heard of that. So that's a new one for me. I'll be honest. I haven't researched chains or ledgers in quite a while, so I am not sure. I haven't been keeping up too much, except for with Radix. Those are the ones I decided that I met with the CEO. He was a super awesome guy, probably one of the most down-to-earth, intelligent people I've met in crypto in a long time. That was at the top, that was willing to just converse with me. Their approach as well they have lots of other novel approaches to how they're handling wallets, dApps, etc. that I really love. I think are bringing a lot of security and usability and good UI. They're basically tackling a lot like Apple. They just said, we're going to build the entire ecosystem and it's going to be fetching gorgeous. Everything is just going to work. And that's kind of how they're looking at it, which bars some people out, but also creates an amazing experience for a lot of people. Yeah. Right. And I think that's necessary. You just gotta take control. No more of this trying to hash together the app with 3 different EVM chains and this other random chain, and then 5 different wallets that could support you. which is what I'm dealing with, trying to build out wallet connect stuff. I get so many bug reports from people saying MetaMask doesn't work. Rainbow wallet is broken. I'm like, that's really not my fault. It's wallet's fault. Go talk to them. Write contracts in any language. That makes me assume that they just accept WebAssembly.
Mm-hmm.
If you can write a contract in any language, that just means that they accept the compilation of those languages, and most languages can compile the WebAssembly or have some way to do that, which is a little bit like Polkadot. A-Star does that. All right, I got distracted. What was I doing? I need to paste this code that my beautiful AI did for me. Boom. Boom. All done. Oh man, I love AI. We're gonna go.
I can do some things.
I mean, even if it just gets 90% of the way there, I'm happy.
Trying to figure out why I did what I did, and I can't think of a good reason.
What did you do?
Well, I created
just the beginning of that sentence. I'm trying to figure out why I did what I did, and I can't think of the reason. I mean, that's just a great way to start.
I create this bookend, right? And I create this questionnaire, and I create this question, and then we have this thing called answer groups and answers, which I think that's all good and well. It's all connected. So I did all this, and then I'm like, so how does it know that my user's attached to this bookend? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I need a user field in here that tracks back to my user ID. That might be a very, very basic way to handle this. And then I can track my answers by user ID, so that we have that relationship that we talked about. I wondered if I took it out I must have taken it out for a reason, maybe to simplify, to get it working, and then I can go back and map it all. I'm going to spend a few minutes to do that, but...
Well, I know my models doesn't have that in there. It doesn't have the user in there. So,
and I'm wondering if that's why, because when I redid it, I did it off of your model, and I'm wondering now where I'm going to add that back.
Very, very likely. So
that's right.
At the bookend level, I think is perfect, because the bookend level goes through and everything else. All responses are linked to bookends, questionnaires linked to bookends. So making it an optional field, though, because not every book is going to be tied to a user.
My when I tabbed over for user ID, it automatically picked an optional string because that's what I've been doing for most of this. Which is why I love these like robot-driven IDEs at this point, is they're just so smart. They know what you want before you know what you want.
Yep.
But now I'm gonna have to redo my whole data structure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blow up my table or my collections and redo them. And I don't want to do that until you test if this works for you.
Okay.
Because the approach won't change, the fields will. And I just want to do it all clean while we're low data. There's no sense in hacking stuff together.
Right. Okay. Have you pushed it up? Do you want me to pull it down?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Group. Oh, I did have on my responses, I do. So my responses have the user ID, which is interesting. I bet I know why I did it the way I did it now. It's not terrible. But I do agree. I think the bookend should be attached to a person. It's kind of our starting point.
Yeah. We want people to build their own bookends. So.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense. It's all good. This stuff's easy to fix. It's literally a new field, and I'll populate it with my test, update my test, and I remember now. That's why I created all these curl commands, so I can just drop them in here.
Okay. So next up, I need the CD in the back end. What's my process here? Let's go read this.
CD to the back end, run all this stuff. Source, activate your virtual environment.
Copy that bad boy.
I'm not gonna lie, I used this file earlier.
What's it? Well, I'm glad you made it last week then, yeah? It's coming in handy for you.
You got to go into the app folder now.
Right?
Yeah.
App. I don't need to pip reinstall.
No.
I need to do unicorn, main app, reload. All right. Application startup complete. We're gonna do Flutter run. And I'm pretty sure if I run it on Mac,
Did you update oh, you know what? I've got Flutter on here too. What am I doing? I could have totally been testing this. It's fine. Bookends.
It's okay. I can understand your laziness. You want me to do it?
I was just watching you do that, you know.
You're like, wait a second. Everything he just did, I could have done.
Yeah. Well, the best part is, I suppose it would have. I didn't update your Flutter file for the new endpoint, but I assume you can do that.
Oh.
I created a new endpoint to just because it. I don't want to get into it. I was having a fight with it, and I kept trampling over something, and so I just said enough is enough.
Okay.
Sometimes when you're doing like more complex things, it's nice to just have it separate, you know, like just have it separate. But that's just an excuse. I don't really believe that.
I still like this this profit thing here at the end of this readme.
I always put like you read any of my code, I always throw little quips like that in there. I don't know. I'm
like we're here to make my life. I hope you know that. Hope
yep.
Just kidding.
All right, let's do this. How do I run this thing? Flutter start, something like that. CD Flutter run. Flutter run and see what happens. Okay, I could get behind that.
Oh, dang it. I want to build my Mac OS app. And I don't know how to get Chrome to work.
You did get Chrome. Remember we got Chrome to work last time?
We did?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, you fixed the network issue. It was that network error you were getting, and now it works.
On your computer, I was able to get Mac OS to work.
So I've got it up on my computer right now, but I think it's using your, like, you put the answers in here. Do I just static final bookend, dummy bookend? I think I need to just comment this out.
Well, it should be printing the bookend data for you. So you should be able to see it in a log.
You had explained it to me and it went over my head.
Do you want to share your screen? I'll stop sharing that.
Yeah. I can tell I started it. Add to your stream. Show your presentation. No, just share screen. Come on now. All right.
Alright.
So this is the new endpoint.
Can't remember how to make this bigger. Where are you?
Oh, it's this. I think, is this what it's doing? It's like, it's finding this.
Returning the dummy bookends, but it should be printing out. It should be printing out the bookend data. I wasn't trying to cast the bookend data.
Right here. Okay. Okay, so it's printing that out. So now what we need is this other endpoint, which is up here, which pulls my fields. I tried to make it reusable, but now I just realized I just caused myself a new headache that I'll have to fix. All right, does that hot refresh? Press R.
You have to press R, but do you want to say bookends all get all get all? Is that...
No, I definitely, I definitely don't.
Okay.
There we go. That's happier. All right, happy code, happy life. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, probably similar. Very similar to the true phrase.
Oh, you know what? That's not going to show. So here's what happened. Here's what it returned. All this jargon. That's what we want, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, does it look like JSON? It looks like JSON.
It's JSON to me. Yeah. It's compressed because it's on this tiny window, but yeah.
It's not.
I mean, that's
not pretty. Okay. So, I mean, the next step then is just to transform it into a list of bookends. So, I mean, I've got that code commented out in there, the for var thing and bookends. That should work, or get close to working.
What would I do in my return here? Would that just be bookend data, or no? Bookend data. Return.
You'll need to make another variable that stores a list of bookends.
Okay. This is where I don't flutter. I stutter. I don't flutter. I'm like,
Okay, hold on. Let me write the code and I'll push it out for you. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm just looking at this going, okay, yeah, that sounds easy. Probably take like a year less if you. Oh, you know what? I see how you do it. I think, yeah.
That was hilarious.
Know what you're good at. Know what you're good at. How about that?
It's just like, okay, this is where I don't flutter.
He goes, all right, you just gotta make a variable, the easiest thing on earth. And I'm just like, no, I don't think so. Not today.
Amir's brain like almost implodes.
Oh crap! Tori even caught me here. I didn't see her on the stream, and so now I'm like tearing up because I'm laughing, and I probably could do it now. I can't compose myself. Oh, just it's one of those things.
Added Amir's variable. All right, I pushed it. You have the code. Just pull it down. Make sure it overwrites your changes.
All right. The GitHub. Okay. So hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Wait, is it still going to return this dummy bookend stuff?
No, it shouldn't. You didn't pull my changes.
I did.
Well, then close the file and reopen it. Looks like it has a. Oh, you closed the whole project. Okay, that works too. Yeah.
When in doubt, close it out. That's what they always say. Oh, look at that. That looks better. Now I gotta start everything again, though. Oh, crap.
You have a reason.
Oh, no. What happened to my... Oh, no, there's another README. I was like, oh, no, what am I going to do? Let's see. So we have fun here. Like, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
What?
CD.
The wrong README, and you were like, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, isn't everybody like that, really, on some level? Oh, how did I make those two different levels? Whatever. Anyways, moving on. This is a CD. Okay. And then Flutter run. I remembered.
You didn't need to read me.
Nope. Oh, to Chrome. Eventually, by the time we're done with this, we'll know what we're doing. Oh, that's not happy.
Yeah, I don't expect my code to work, I'll be honest. It should get close.
What's that unhappy about? Missing plugin exception. No implementation found for get application documents directory. Oh, I wonder if it's because I pulled your updated code down while you were working on it.
It should still work. Do Flutter. Type Flutter pub get.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, if you add some new stuff in there. That makes lots of sense.
Yeah, update your dependencies and it should be okay.
I do like how some of this works, I'm not going to lie. I also like going to Replit and doing stuff in there because it's just there, online, easy. Missing plugin exception. No implementation found for method get.
Is that an issue?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that doesn't work on web. Okay, here. Go to main.dart.
Okay.
Do you see the iLocal file service there? It's on line 21.
I see it now.
Comment out those 3 lines. Everything that references iLocal file service. Just comment those down. Okay. That should fix the issue for you. Shouldn't even try to load anything that has to do with it.
Expected a map string. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh. Okay, so expected a value type of map string dynamic. I got one of string. Maybe just some. Where is this? That is backend.dirt. Final. That's what it is complaining about, right? Map string dynamic bookend. Bookends from JSON. Oh, I see. I see our
Where's it breaking?
It's the URL. Let me find what I did with it. Get fields. Bookend. All. Much more or less complaining. Ah, yes. Of course, 404 not found makes sense. Why would it? /. Yeah, makes sense. Can't have that.
The URL not happy?
It is now.
Okay.
It's still expected a value of type of bool, but got one of type null. It pulled the data into my console though. I mean, so now it's just looks like more like a parsing error.
Okay, so the bool, the only place where I have a bool is the public. If the bookend is public or not. And I am expecting a value for that back, true or false.
All right, let's see.
Update the data to make sure that's actually there.
Public is true.
Public is true. Okay.
Yep.
Any other bools?
Yeah, it's coming in. In here.
What line is it saying it's failing at? Like, where is it saying it's?
Oh, let's see. That's from earlier. This is complaining on expected value. Errors.dart's probably some internal package. Bookends models basic g.dart 1230. Well, line 12. Basic g models basic g.dart. Models basic g.dart. Line 12. Public as bool.
Yeah.
Man, it's coming.
Yeah, what's the JSON we're receiving then? Maybe there's something in there that's unexpected.
Could be. It looks like public. I mean, it's the root here. I mean, it's description, public, true, questionnaires. It's at the same level. Public. JSON public as bool. Bookend from Increase only.
Oh, this is your earlier code. Can you scroll down
Yeah.
in the terminal? Let's pull up a bit. Let's take a look at this JSON. Oh, it's so tiny. Yeah, so the bookend here, it doesn't have public. It doesn't have the public variable. I'm not seeing it.
It's at the top. What? Wait. Public. Why isn't it returning public now?
Looks like it has all the other variables. Maybe your resolver is just skipping over this one, skipping over that value.
Yeah.
That's my guess. I do have to go though.
All right. That's good. As always.
Oh yeah. Before I head out, I put together this beautiful thing. Oh, let's have our beautiful faces. Yeah, so I'm putting together this Join the Dream Builders, this community.
There you go.
I'm gonna pitch it. So, Dream Builders, what you get when you sign up? It's all for free. I just wanted to make it free. Wanted to make it as easy as possible for my people to hop on in. For me to find more people who have a psychological need to see their dream become reality. Whatever your dream is. I don't know what Amir's dream is. I'm pretty sure he just wants to build cool crap with cool people. So I think that's probably pretty close. And take care of his family.
There you go.
Yeah. So what it looks like, weekly newsletter from me on just high performance. So helping you build clarity, energy, ambition. Weekly group coaching on Wednesdays. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. MDT. We also get a monthly training on the first Friday of every month. So this Friday happens to be the first Friday of the month. I'll be doing some training on automation and how to build automations using simple tools like Zapier, which are literally just drag and drop things. Build automations. If you've seen my Twitter posts, those are all automated now. So I just have a Zapier automation that knows when I go live on Twitch, uses another service to post on Twitter for me. And I want to teach people how to do that effectively, because that was basically my job last year. For my old job for like 5 years straight, I was just building automations for people. I got pretty good at it. I want to teach you how to do that. So hop on in. I guess last piece is there's Discord community, which is optional, but I'd love to see you guys in there. So,
sounds cool.
Boom.
You should check it out. You guys should check it out.
Yeah. Amir, you should hop in. You should join.
How do I join? Do I have to secure code scan that?
In the chat, I think there's just a link that you can click.
I see it. I got it.
Which should just bring you straight there. You can fill up
I like dreams.
I also have some automations that will automatically give you a role in the Discord community if you sign up through that link called the Builder. So that was pretty fun to make. Honestly, I just want to make this. I just want to automate my whole life, and it's not doing that. So, all right, I gotta go.
All right, take it easy, bud. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
See you guys. Have an awesome Tuesday.